Hello my dear student, welcome to Electrical Measurement Lab. Today we are going to perform Wheatstone bridge practical. Wheatstone bridge is used to measure the unknown resistance, but the medium resistance. So the resistance are classified into three types. Number one is low resistance, number two is the medium resistance, and number three is the high resistance. So low resistance are those resistance whose value are below 1 ohm or 1 ohm. And medium resistance are those resistance whose value are more than 1 ohm but less than 100 kilo ohms. And today, now we are going to measure medium resistance with the help of the Wheatstone bridge. And the high resistance is the resistance whose value is above the 100 kilo ohms. There are different methods to measure the low resistance. They are as follows. Number one is Kelvin double bridge method. Number two is the potentiometer method. Number three is the ductor method. And then there are also different methods to measure the medium resistance. They are also as follows. Number one, ampere voltmeter method. Number two, substitution method. Number three, Wheatstone bridge method. And number four, ohm meter method. And the third type of resistance are the high resistance. The different method used for the measurement of high resistance are as follows. Number one, direct deflection method. Number two, loss of charge method. Number three, Meg-Ohm bridge method. Number four, Megger method. Wheatstone bridge is consist of 4 resistive arms together with a source of EMF and also a null detector. The galvanometer used is called as a null detector. We can see its circuit diagram. Now we can see here the circuit diagram. In this circuit diagram, you can see the 4 arms. R1 is the 1 arm, R2 is the second arm, and R3 is the third arm, and R4 is the fourth arm. So the Wheatstone bridge is having the 4 arm with one null detector as a bridge. And as a null detector, we are using the galvanometer. And R4 is the unknown resistor. We will connect the unknown resistor here. And R3 is our standard resistor, but it is a variable resistor. With the help of this variable resistor R3, we will balance the bridge. The arm consisting of resistors R1 and R2 are called as the ratio arm. And the arm consisting of resistor R3 is called the standard arm. And R4 is the unknown resistance, we know very well. And now we will connect the battery across terminal A and C, while the galvanometer, means the null detector, is connected between the terminal B and D. What happens when the bridge is balanced? When the bridge is balanced, the galvanometer carries zero current and doesn't show any deflection. Thus the bridge works on the principle of null deflection or null indication. To have the zero current through the galvanometer, the point B and D must be at the same potential. Thus, the potential across arm AB must be same as the potential across arm AD. To have the zero current through the galvanometer, the point B and D must be at the same potential. Thus, the potential across the arm AB must be same as the potential across the arm AD. Thus, the I1 R1 will be equal to I2 R4. And as the galvanometer reads the zero, the galvanometer currents reads the zero, therefore the current I1 is equal to current I3 and current I2 is equal to current I4, which can be written as I1 R1 is equal to I2 R4. As galvanometer reads the zero, therefore I1 equal to I3 and I2 equal to I4. Considering the battery path under the balance condition, we will get I1 equal to I3, that is equal to potential difference E divided by R1 plus R2, and I2 is equal to I4 equal to potential difference E divided by the R3 plus R4. Using the above equation, I1 and I2 in equation 3.3.1, we can get the equation E divided by R1 plus R2 multiplied by R1, E divided by R3 plus R4 multiplied by R4. So after doing the calculation, after doing the calculation, we get R4 is equal to R3 into R1 divided by R2. So R4 is our unknown resistance. This is the required balance condition of the Wheatstone bridge. The following point can be observed. It depends upon the ratio of R1 and R2. This is the ratio of R1 and R2. Hence, these arms are called as the ratio arm. R1 and R2 is called as the ratio arm. As it works on null indication, the results are not dependent on the calibration and the characteristics of galvanometer. The standard resistor R3 can be varied to obtain the required balance. So you can see this is our kit on which we will perform the Wheatstone bridge practical. You can clearly see on this kit we will perform Wheatstone bridge practical. Okay, but we can also perform this practical on the breadboard also. It doesn't matter. So, but we are already having a kit, so I am performing this practical on the kit. So in this kit you can see there are 4 arms. The R1 arm is called as we have named here as a P, and R2 we name here as a Q, and R3 which is a standard resistance name as a S, and R4 which is the unknown resistor. So see, this is the unknown resistor. R3, R2 and R1. We are having the 3 unknown resistor, and in this practical we will measure the value of these 3 unknown resistor by connecting the circuit. Okay. So connection, and at this point the galvanometer is connected, digital galvanometer. You can see here digital galvanometer. This is the digital galvanometer. Okay. And here the battery source is connected here. This is the battery source. Is connected between these 2 terminals A and C. Therefore, as per the kit, the formula for the unknown resistance will be, here R4 means here is given R as per our kit, and R1 upon R2 is there in the formula. Here instead of R1 here P upon Q multiplied by standard resistor S, where P is the ratio arm, Q is also the ratio arm, S is the standard arm, and R is the unknown resistance, where the resistance is to determined. The list of component is P is of 100k ohms, Q the value is 10k ohms, and S is 5k variable resistance, and R is unknown. We have to find the value of the unknown resistor R. What is the operating instruction? Equipment required is digital ohm meter and galvanometer. Procedure: connect the circuit as per the diagram. With the help of the patch cord, This is the patch cord we will use. This is the patch cord. Okay. With the help of the patch cord, connect first unknown resistor R1 into the circuit. Also short the link at S to connect it to the circuit. Plug in 3-pin power cord to the main supply of 230 volt. Vary the adjust S means variable resistance, standard resistance, till you obtain the zero indication, means null, at the galvanometer. Remove the short series in series with S arm. With the digital multimeter, measure the resistance S and note down the S here. Calculate the resistance R1 by the formula. You will get here the unknown resistance. Similarly, we can repeat the above procedure for the other two unknown resistance R2 and R3 with multimeter ohm range measure and record the value of three unknown resistance. Compare it with the measured value. Thank you. Now see, we will start the connection. First of all, we will, with the help of the patch cord, we will complete the circuit across the S standard resistance, and we will connect resistance R1 in the circuit with the help of the patch cord. Okay. Now we will switch on the power supply of the kit. Now you can see we have to bring the null point at the galvanometer. This 18, 1960, 16, 500, 300, 100, 68, 64, 33. So we now get zero reading at the galvanometer. Now we will switch off the circuit and we will take the digital multimeter and we will open this S, standard resistance S, and we will disconnect the unknown resistance also, and then we will measure resistance S, variable resistance S. So you can note down it 95 ohms, 95.9. So we can take it 96 ohm for resistor R1. Similarly, we will connect R2 to the circuit, resistor R2 to the circuit. Same the way we will on the supply and we will bring the resistor reading to the zero. See, now circuit is balanced. Now again we will switch off the supply and again we will measure the standard resistor with the help of the digital multimeter. We will remove this and we will remove this also, and we will measure here variable resistance. Now it is 1K, nearly about 1K. Okay. Similarly, we can measure the R3 resistance. We will connect the R3 to the circuit. And this. Again we will switch on the supply. Again we will bring the circuit to the balance condition by adjusting the variable resistance S. So our circuit is balanced. We will switch off the supply. Again we will remove all this patch cord, and we will again measure unknown resistor, standard resistor S. Now it is 1.9K. 1.9K. We will calculate the unknown resistance by the formula. At the same time, we will also measure the standard value of the unknown resistance with the help of the multimeter. R1 resistance is showing 1K, R2 is 10K, and R3 is 20K. So we will compare this meter reading with the calculated reading. Now we will note down all the reading in the observation table. Resistance P is 100K, Q is 10K, standard resistance S, and means variable resistance for the three unknown resistor, we are get 95 ohms, 1K and 1.9K. And calculated value by the formula. By this formula we have calculated the unknown resistance R1, unknown resistance R2 and unknown resistance R3. P by Q multiplied by S. So for R1 we get the 950 ohms, R2 10K ohms, and for R3 19K ohms. So we had noted down all this reading in the observation table, the unknown resistance R1, unknown resistance R2 and unknown resistance R3. And this is the measure value of unknown resistance by the ohm meter. We are comparing the calculated value and the measure value of this resistance. There is 95 ohms is the measure value, 1K is the calculated value, 10K is the calculated value, 10K is the measured value, 19K is the calculated value, 20K is the measured value. Hence, Wheatstone bridge is performed successfully to find the medium resistance.